Welcome to Top Speed. I'm Miles Kornblatt, and this is our 2009 Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart. And the Ralliart exists for a very good reason because, well, as drivers, we may really like the evolution, but there's still a problem with it. It may make a grocery store run feel like a rally car experience, but with that same suspension, it's going to make a date feel pretty bad. Also, if you graduate from the mailroom, well, quite frankly, this is not going to fit into the corporate parking lot as well. And that's why we have the Ralliart, because, well, as you can see, it's a little bit tamed down. Same way as the Evolution competes directly with the Subaru Impreza WRX STI, well, the Ralliart here, it competes with the good old WRX. And what that means is, it's a little bit more for everyday use. Just because a Ralliart is sort of a friendlier version of the Evo doesn't mean that it simply looks less mean. A good example is at the front end here where, well, the snout on the Evo is just completely all blacked out where, well, you see here, it definitely is aggressive, but we also have this nice chrome surround. One of the problems for people who want rally sports sedans but don't want that look is usually comes in the spoiler. The spoilers are usually very large, but as you can tell on the back of our Ralliart, well, this one just is a lot smaller and it fits in very nice with the look of the car. The view from the driver's seat is like a standard sedan. Aside from the gear shift, it's hard to tell the Ralliart apart from other Lancer packages. It's neat and tidy and does have a leather-wrapped steering wheel. But one option we did not have was a GPS navigation screen. This gives the obvious benefit of pinpointing location, but in the Ralliart, it would also give the radio a much more informative readout. But we were not traveling completely inconspicuous. We got the Recaro Sport Seats as part of a $2,700 package that also included goodies like high-intensity headlamps and a Rockford Fosgate stereo with a subwoofer. But this little addition of sports seats not only kept us firmly planted, like any good sports seat will do, but it also ensured that we would have a hard time convincing any gawkers that we were not actually driving an Evo. So the Ralliart starts out at about $26,500, and with all the options we have here like the radio and the seats, and after we pay all our taxes, well, we're really out the door at just a little under $30,000. And at that price, well, you can pretty much almost buy two very standard Lancers. So the question is, where does all the money go? And the answer lies in the ride, because first of all, we've got the 2-liter engine that you got from the Evo, and while that has a twin-scroll turbocharger, this just has one. But it still makes a very respectable 237 horsepower. And you're also going to feel that around 3,000 RPM, and that's lower than the Evo, which means you're going to get off the line very quick, and it's just a very fast car. Now the other great thing about the Ralliart is of course the drivetrain, which is an all-wheel drive unit. It comes from the previous generation Evo, not the current Evo, but the Evo 9. And the thing about it is it's not that bad, because if you go back and you read everything on the Evo 9, well, nobody had any real complaints. It was near perfect. It's just the Evo 10, well, it's just a little better. But what really separates the Ralliart is its transmission. We've got a dual-clutch automated manual. They call it the SST, and well, the thing about it, when you have an automated manual, sometimes, well, the computer's doing the shifting for you and it feels like the computer's a novice. So the difference here is when it's in fully automatic mode at low speeds, everything feels fine. It feels just like any other automatic transmission. But when you drop it over into sport mode, well, that's a whole different story. What we get from there is the car does a whole different change. For example, sport modes on other automatic transmissions, well, what that usually does is it just changes a little bit of the pattern. Well, this one changes the whole program. The car now goes up to its 6,500 RPM red line. It hits it every time. It shifts faster than we can even shift the paddles on here. It's just that good. And another great thing we have on this is it also downshifts. Now, well, downshifting's fun and it might save you a little fuel economy. The really great thing about having the car doing the downshift for you is that anytime you have to slow down, whether it be a turn or just something else, the thing about that you really want is you want the car to be in the right gear. And if it's downshifting, that means the second that you can get onto the power, well, you hit the gas and you're able to power right through it. And that's what we really like about this Evo, this Lancer, because what we get from it is, well, it's a sports car for everybody. It's not exactly the kind of car that, well, Dad can take the kids to school in, but it's something that definitely fits in the corporate parking lot. And that's exactly what we want. We want a car that, well, it's going to be able to haul your friends, it's going to be able to haul your luggage, but more than anything else, it's going to be able to haul serious ass. So tune in next time for our next test drive.